Hey guys, Akshay here, back with a brand new video, and this is the Zenfone Max 2016.
It's fun.
Now, I wouldn't exactly call this phone a successor to the original Zenfone Max because everything that you see here on the outside is exactly the same as the original Max. So it has the same 13 megapixel shooter on the back that takes decent shots, the same 5.5 and 720p display on the front, the same design as last year's, the same dimensions and the same weight, the same Note 4-esque fox leather design on the back, and the same humongous 5000 mAh battery inside. Oh, and it comes in two different colors now, orange and blue. Now, the main significant difference between this and the previous one is on the inside, so kind of like an S upgrade if you will. So this time around, the Zenfone Max is rocking a Snapdragon 615 instead of a Snapdragon 410 with 2GB of RAM, but it also comes in a 3GB variant for an additional $40 or something. They've also bumped up the internal storage of the phone from 16 to 32GB, and it still supports the micro SD card that you can use to upgrade till 64GB, and it still also remains the dual SIM functionality of the phone with 4G LTE support. Now, with that upgraded chipset on the inside, the performance of the phone in day-to-day usage is still rather smooth while switching between applications and browsing social media, and unlike the previous version of the Max, it also handles some gaming rather well. It's not buttery smooth flagship quality, but for what it's worth, it's actually pretty good. Now, another thing that's changed is the software. The Zenfone Max 2016 finally ships with Marshmallow out of the box. It still runs on Zen UI and it still has a lot of bloatware, a lot of which I uninstalled and removed as soon as I started setting up the phone. Now, with 6.0.1, you have features like DOS and app permissions, Google Now and Tab, and better optimization that only helps. And the Zenfone Max still lasted me easily between 36 to 48 hours without having to plug in my phone with medium to heavy usage. And that's all there is to it. That's everything that's changed in the 2016 Zenfone Max, a rather quite refresh if you ask me. But be as it may, I would have still preferred to see some other changes on the phone as well, since it was getting a refresh anyway, like making the navigation controls backlit, or replacing the micro USB port with the USB Type-C, or even just making the screen 1080p, at least on the 3GB variant, but again, that's just me. Now, I wanted to keep this video rather short and focus only on the changes that were made, but if you are still interested and if you're still wondering how I feel about other aspects of the phone in a little bit more detail, I'll leave my original Zenfone Max review in the description down below. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Now, this quiet refresh of the Max isn't exactly going to make you want the phone more, since it's a rather small upgrade, but if you've already been eyeing this phone in the past and have been on the fence with that, well, you can take a look at this one now. Now, there are still phones out there in the same price segment that I would recommend that are having better build quality or better performance, but as far as a big battery phone goes, it doesn't really get better than this, especially with its $150 price tag. So there you have it. Those were my thoughts on the 2016 Zenfone Max. Make sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Also, you can tweet at me at @Akshay if you have any questions or queries, or if you just want to say hi. That's been it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Live long and prosper.
It's fun.